Welcome back to Caffeinated Nurse. If you're new here, my name is Faiza. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in today. I know I haven't posted in the last week. I'll try to be more consistent this time, inshallah. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about the myths that you have heard about nursing. So today I'm going to be clearing them out. So stay tuned. The first myth I know every nursing student has heard is that there are many nursing jobs out there. When someone asks you what course you're doing and you say nursing, the next thing that comes out of their mouth is that, that's such a good course, you'll never lack a job anywhere in this world. Okay, I'd like to agree and disagree with that because I've encountered a couple of nurses who have not gotten a job the moment they finished their internship or the minute they just finished nursing school. I think this is a myth that comes from the fact that there is no point in time that people will never get sick. So they just assume if there is a continuous flow of patients, then there must be jobs for the nurses in the hospitals. And again, institutions will not want to keep employing more nurses because at the end they'll not be able to keep up with the financial stability of each nurse. The other myth is that nurses are rude. I have heard this so many times. Every time someone just realizes that I'm doing nursing, they just ask, are you one of the nurses who are rude? And then they go ahead and tell a whole lengthy story of how this and this nurse was rude to them. It's kind of understandable because, example, for the nurses who work in the outpatient unit, they'll attend to more than 1,000 patients in a day, especially in those big hospitals. And at times, the patient will just choose not to cooperate with you. The nurses will use a harsh tone to make them understand what they're supposed to do. And apart from that, in the inpatient units, you'll find like 60 to even 70 patients in one ward, and there are like 6 or 5 nurses there. There are few nurses compared to the workload. So if someone just chooses to not cooperate with the nurses, they'll automatically become rude. But this is not an excuse for nurses to be rude. I have met a couple of nurses who are friendly and caring. So not all of them are rude. It just depends with the situation and the pressures in the workplace. So if you have encountered a rude nurse, I'm sorry, but not all of them are like that. Like Exhibit A, I'm a friendly and caring nurse. Just so you know. The other myth is that nurses are inferior to doctors. No, it doesn't work that way. We are all at the same level. We work as a team. Without the nurse, the doctor cannot perform his or her roles. And without the doctor, the nurse cannot perform his or her roles. And I understand that there are some doctors who have this superior complex and an extreme ego.
Oh my God, corny, lame, boo, tomato, I'm throwing tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't vibe with that. This is a myth that needs to be cancelled out completely. There was one time I was attending to a patient and he wouldn't tell me what was wrong. All he wanted was me to get a doctor so that he can explain because he thought that I wouldn't be able to treat him. It's something that happens a lot, and I know most of you have gone through that. The fourth myth is that nurses are numb to feelings. In our line of work, we really have to be able to control our feelings. We have to separate feelings and professionalism. These are one of the major things that nurses have to do in order to provide holistic healthcare. People now ask me if I stopped fearing death because I've seen so many patients die. According to me, it actually fuels more fear. Such situations just teaches us to accept that there is life and there is death. It's not a matter of being numb or anything like that. And lastly, you have to be smart to become a nurse. First of all, who defined how smart a person is? According to me, being smart is subjective. If you're really determined to become a nurse, you'll put in all efforts. You'll work really hard to become a nurse. And it doesn't matter where you start as long as you reach a goal of you becoming a nurse. If you don't qualify for a degree in nursing, then you can start from diploma and upgrade later on. Do whatever it takes. It doesn't matter. that's it for today's video, and I hope I have cleared out some of the myths that you have heard about nurses. If there are other things that you've heard about us out there in your community, comment them down below so that we can laugh them out or make them clear. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe and turn those notifications on so that you don't miss out on any video. See you in my next video. Bye.